KTSA News Time is 10:08. Good morning. It is Friday, October 29th, 2010. We kick off the weekend with a Gang of Four. It is our final pre-election Gang of Four. Are we all not relieved that Election Day is almost here? I mean, it's going to be so great when KTSA can get back to advertising erectile dysfunction drugs like we were meant to.
That's right.
All of these political ads, finally, in just a few days. On our gang today, we have a special guest surprise panelist, never been on Gang of Four, in honor of the end of campaign season. We'll meet him in just a minute. But first, say hi to Ken Slavin, PR executive by day, jazz crooner by night. What is new with the singing career, Ken?
I've been holding fort.
Busy, right?
I have been. I've been holding court or fort or what court I guess it is, downtown at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Whoever this guy Court is, I don't know why you're holding him, but anyway.
I've been performing there now since April, and I'll be there through the end of November, and that's been a lot of fun. They've been a very, very nice place to work.
Drawn very well.
And I've been doing a lot of private events. I'm doing the Zoo Ball next 2 weeks from now, so I'll be playing for that, and you know. I always find a way to sing. As far as the PR business goes, though, that's been slow, but I'm starting to see little signs of pickup, thank goodness. Yeah.
All right, Ken Slavin is with us in Gang of Four today. Also with us today, brand new radio show. I guess it's sort of like the second rollout, because it's been on Friday nights, Chad Benson, but now starting Monday night, every weeknight.
Every weeknight we're going to torture...
What is the name of this show?
Talk Show Nation with Woody and Chad.
Talk Show Nation.
Yeah, Woody, of course, was the morning show over here on
KTFM,
KTFM, and today was his final show, and then Monday night we kick off, and we're going to do Talk Show Nation Monday through Friday.
I'm trying to think about, why not call the show Chuddy?
Chuddy? Chuddy or not?
Yeah.
You know what?
We like the whole, yeah.
Woody's all about the brand. Woody's all about the... Woody, he's smart. He's a smart cookie.
Who's the leader? I mean, are you the main guy and he's your sidekick?
It's 50-50. It's a 50-50. I mean,
You have to say that, right?
Yeah. So, no, it's a 50-50. Sometimes Woody leads, sometimes I lead, but it's a 50-50 kind of show. There's not going to be a real leader, and you know, we're a team, and we're going to have fun. It's going to be general topics, pop culture, obviously lots of politics, and it's going to be good. It's a little bit different.
Excellent. Very good. All right, Chad Benson with us he's also our production guy, so he's the non-scary announcer voice you hear on KTSA.
And I do the erectile dysfunction.
And he does the erectile. He's getting back to the ED ads starting on Wednesday. Nobody's happier than he is, believe me. And joining us on Gang of Four, I mean, you got to say, whatever your politics and whoever you voted for or are going to vote for on Tuesday, the breakout star of this campaign season, the most talked about race, the candidate who has made what would have been an easy slam dunk re-election a nail biter come Tuesday night, is Nicholas LaHood, the Democratic candidate for Bexar County DA. Welcome to Gang of Four.
Thank you, Jack. I'm happy to be here.
I don't know, you may be putting it all on the line with this appearance today.
It's okay.
I was surprised that you agreed to do this.
I'm happy to be here.
We're glad to have you
Thank
here.
you, sir.
What is your feel going into Tuesday night?
You know, Jack, I feel good. I feel like I've done everything we can. I'm proud of the campaign we've run. We've run a above the board campaign about the issues and about the community. We haven't made it personal, and it's in God's hands now, so I've done everything I can, and I'm going to continue to work for 4 more days.
You've never run before?
No, sir.
So you don't really know what to compare this to as far as indications and indicators and all that, right?
Right, no, I don't.
So does your campaign do polling?
We've done polling in the past, yes, and that's how we orchestrated kind of our TV, our commercials and kind of our platform and things of that nature. So everybody polls before you get into a campaign, so we did that a while back.
What is your sense of the early voting? Do you think that was better for you or better for her?
I think it's great. I love that people are voting. I think it's important. I think it's good for us. I've made my campaign about serving everybody. So I've reached out to Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and I've been honored to have support on both sides of the aisle. And so I'm excited.
Ken, he's brought in people like, you know, the Spurs, for example. We've really never seen them be part of a political campaign before around here. How does that work? Is that all good, or is there a positive and a negative to that for voters, or what?
You know, I think it's more positive than negative, especially in this city, and especially with, in terms of the Spurs. But in terms of some of the other things that he's done, I think it's reflective of the times. I think there's a I guess maybe a movement or a trend to try to not make these campaigns all serious talk and, ad nauseum. It adds some color, it adds some flair, it adds some I'm a real person kind of feel, and I think it's effective.
All right. So on our gang today, Ken Slavin, Chad Benson, whose show Talk Show Nation starts Monday night at 9 here on KTSA, and then, of course, Nicholas LaHood, the DA candidate. Rick Perry, going into the weekend, enjoying a double-digit lead over Bill White. I think probably the biggest untold story of all this is that what we are clearly seeing, this is the Perry for President campaign, right? Is there any doubt that the minute this is wrapped up for him on Tuesday, he moves into national mode, right, Chad?
This is it. This is his chance to take that step to the next. He's going to finish this up, and then he's on to the big game, which is what a lot of these governors want to do. The big game is the president. Obviously, Jerry Brown tried in California many times. Most of the presidents come from governorship, and this is his chance to step up and make a name for himself and onto a national platform. And this is what he wants to do. I think he wants to be the president of the world.
Is this going to play outside of Texas? Is this going to work well for him outside of Texas?
I don't know. I don't know if it does. I mean, he's definitely playing to his audience in Texas. I mean, I think he has, and he's done it for years. So I don't know if it plays outside of Texas.
It played for one governor outside of Texas, so why can't it play for another?
And yet people say, oh, well, you can't do that so soon. It's too soon for another Texas president. Is that true?
I don't think so, especially with the Tea Party, with the way that, with immigration, with all these kind of, this huge momentum. I don't think it's too soon. I mean, I think this is, he could catch a wave. I think he could become a big star. I think after Tuesday, I also think he's going to take a step. He's going to be more recognized nationwide. He's going to try to get on shows. He's going to try to, to show his platform. Look how Texas has worked. I can do the same thing for the country, and I think the country will listen.
Should Bill White have been able to win this, or was this just not the year a Democrat could unseat a 10-year Republican governor, Ken?
I think that's part of it. I was going to remark that I think in terms of Perry, regardless of party at this point, Texas has been less scathed by the recession, and that has been analyzed on a national level, and he has been interviewed in certain magazines and things. I'm not certain of the television coverage he's had, but I think that he has that going for him. The appearance, whether it's true or not, the appearance is that he's got things under control in Texas. He helped to protect us against the recession. He's one of the few states that can say that. And so that speaks well for a possible national bid. As far as Bill White goes, I think that the backlash right now, I think the backlash is what's causing a lot of problems, regardless of the good aspects of any Democrat candidate. This election seems in general to be backlash against anything liberal or Democrat because people are mad. It's similar to how in 2008, a lot of it was a backlash against what had gone on for Republicans for 8 years. A lot of people there were people that I knew who weren't necessarily that into Obama, but they felt that it was, they had to have something better than what was before.
On the other hand, Nico LaHood, here you are running as a Democrat,
Yes, sir.
rookie, no track record, starts out with no name recognition, got this big thing in your personal life you got to deal with that's always in the room, running against another entrenched Republican incumbent, and if you're not beating her, you're at least giving her the race of her life. I mean, she's running, scared. So if you're able to do that, what is stopping Bill White from taking advantage of Rick Perry's many skeletons in the closet? He's been there a long time. Ken is saying we're angry at all the incumbents. We've even seen these Tea Party movements throw out incumbent Republicans, like in Utah. Why is Bill White not able to at least put the scare into Rick Perry?
I've always thought that I think statewide politics is not reflective exactly of local politics. So I think local politics is a little different than statewide politics. And then also, I think when you listen to Bill White, I think he's a very educated man with some great ideas, like I think everybody agrees in this room. But I don't know if he's got the charisma to meet Perry. I mean, a lot of that, perception. I don't want to say that, but perception is reality.
Well, I'll say
and
it.
So,
he's a nice guy.
Yes.
But
Intelligent.
But he's boring.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he has star quality, which is
He's not lighting fires. He's not lighting fires. He's not getting people excited.
No, he's not. I mean, there may be people that are liking him on some kind of cerebral level, but I mean, literally, if you just look at pictures of the two, you're automatically attracted to Rick Perry. I've met him several times, and he's hugely charismatic in person.
I think he's lucky. I think he's just lucky. I think he's been lucky to inherit the governorship at a time when things were going well. I think Texas has always been a recession-proof state or recession-resistant state. We've resisted previous downturns under other governors. He's getting credit for stuff I don't think he could even explain to you what he's done or thinks he's done
All right,
to shield us from
that. That may be the case, but he's been reelected for a decade. So that he's doing something right, and people like him for some reason. He's been reelected.
If that's the case, Jack, though, he's capitalizing on it. So he's identified an opportunity. He's identified a situation. He's capitalized on it. So
Any politician would. Any politician would.
And let me be clear. He has to run for president because this is a golden opportunity. I just wonder how this will hold up under national scrutiny because people will start looking things up. They'll start making phone calls. I remember really vividly when Mike Huckabee came along. At first, people were in love with this guy. We started talking to people in Arkansas, and it was all a facade. It had been incompetence, it had been corruption, he wasn't the guy he presented himself as, and the more you learned, I mean, every time you turned the page, it got worse. And you know, he remained, to the end, very popular. I think he served close to 10 years in Arkansas, but it didn't hold up on the national stage at all.
That's funny. And I guess it's unfortunate for him, but I mean, maybe it speaks to the electorate being smarter that time around. I mean, Bill Clinton had 1 million skeletons, and he managed to win. So I mean, you know, he was obscure when he started on the national scene, and people started finding out more and more and more about him. And they even knew about it in his home state, and they just didn't really talk about it much. So I don't know. I don't know why it didn't, you know.
Maybe they were just excited to get him out of there. Look, let's just lie about this until this guy's elected, and then we don't have to deal with him anymore.
Take my governor, please. All right, more Gang of Four on a Friday morning, plus your votes in the JR poll. We're going to talk about whether all these polls and pundits are over or under estimating the red tidal wave that's supposed to hit the nation on Tuesday night. 599-5555, or the JR poll is on the Jack Riccardi page at ktsa.com. Happy Halloween to everybody, by the way. None of our gang panelists in costume today, as far as I can tell. Everybody looks like they're doing the... Well, actually, you know, Nico LaHood, you look like Larry King. I was going to say, you're dressed like Larry King today. You got the
well, see, in reality, he's not Nico. He is Larry.
Oh, okay, there you go.
It's a great costume.
Boy, in this light, I couldn't tell. Nico LaHood is on Gang of Four. So's Ken Slavin. Chad Benson, Talk Show Nation starts Monday night at 9 here on 550 KTSA. Of course, I don't think a nighttime talk show will ever work, but good luck to you. You can try.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
All right, look.
Thanks a lot, Trey.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Hey, yesterday I was frank. Look, 40 seats, 60 seats, 75 seats. I have no idea. Who's right? Are they close? Are they overestimating it? Are they underestimating it, this big Republican wave? What do we think?
I'll tell you, I have been worried about this from the beginning, that they're ever getting hopes up. With each passing day, it's going to be a tidal wave. On the cover of, I'm forgetting which magazine it was, there was a gigantic elephant stepping over the Capitol dome. You know,
What magazines are you reading?
I think that you could be. I think you're counting your chickens before they hatch,
and
it's really worrying me. I mean, what happens? You know, if on Tuesday it's like boom, you know, and it turns out to be nowhere near the numbers.
Can they miss? Could they really miss? Could they miss taking over the House? What's that, 39 seats? Could they miss that?
There's always that possibility, and I think that candidates and the electorate need to be prepared. In all likelihood, it's probably going to happen. But it's been months that they've been talking about this as being an avalanche. And
you know, Chad, I remember '94. Nobody predicted this kind of thing ahead of it. It happened that night, but you didn't know, you didn't count them ahead of time.
My fear is I'm waiting for the spin, the Pelosi's of the world to come out when it's only 52.
Right.
And then they're going to come out and go, well, we thought it was going to be 70, so you people are on our side. Yeah. We knew this was going to happen. That's what I'm waiting for, because every poll is different. Every poll, 70, 60, 53, 29. These are closer. You never know, and every poll is spun different. the fact is, we won't know until probably Wednesday when everybody lawyers up and say, well, that was really close, and then it's going to be days out. But I think somewhere in the 50s, and I think that the spin is going to start to happen because the Democrats, maybe they're thinking they're going to lose 70. You know, but I that's the thing. The spin is coming. The tidal wave is going to be there. They're going